God. Praise God in season and out of season. I believe they said, I will understand it better by time. And I forgot he's sweet, I know. And I'm calling on your name. I need you, Jeff, right now. And there's a time approaching for me to give the word. I need the Lord right now. I don't know why you get so hot, but you get so hot all of a sudden, that's sweat. But that's just the way it is. I am very hyper this morning because I feel the Spirit of the Lord. And I guess I've been feeling the Spirit of the Lord, I guess ever since the pastor told me to speak Monday night. When he told me to speak, why don't you speak Sunday? I said, oh Lord, what will you have me to tell your people? But I wrestled with the Spirit and everything, where you want me to be and everything. But before I go into my message, there is something I need to do. The month of October is clergy month. But the day for the clergy day or the pastor day is October 14th. That's when it was, October 14th this year. But the Pastor Appreciation Month was originally called Clergy Appreciation Month. Was established in 1992 by a group of pastors and church leaders to honor those who serve in the ministry. They grounded the ceremony in Paul's word to Timothy, the elder who direct the affairs of the church, well are worthy of a double honor, especially those who work. The work is preaching and teaching. 1 Timothy 5 and 17. And I'm speaking on the behalf of Macedonian Pastor Lena, that you are worthy of God to preach His word. Amen. Pastor Lena, you are anointed one by God. And the reason I know that and feel that because you can preach every day of the week. Amen. You can preach up, you can preach down, you can preach all around. You can just preach. Amen. God gave you that. He anointed you from your mother womb. He told you what you had to do, although He not wanted to do it. Because I think there are times in your life you tried to go outside, but God wanted you to do it. But you had to come right back to what God had for you. You are able, and I believe October 7th, you preached that God is able. You were talking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then October 14th, although they got October 7th 2 times on the video, help is on the way. The Amorites, they were destroyed another time. And then Reverend Hitch said, one but different. He came out of Rome. We all are one in Christ, make up that one body. It takes all of us. And when it comes down to Macedonian Missionary Baptist Church, we are all one in Him. We need all of you. Not just part of you, but all of you. It doesn't matter. You on crutches or whatever you own, if God gave you the opportunity to open your eyes, you ought to be thankful. You come on out. If you can get, and let me, oh God. Oh, God. His healing in this place. You can say, I got a headache. around here. It ain't because God ain't able to hear you, y'all. But He's trying to get you to look up and live. And look to Him. And what He wants you to do. That's what He wants you to do. We have a pastor that we should be appreciated of. I think he was my pastor before I came here. Because I used to follow. Well, Macedonia Church was my church before I came here. Because if somebody, I was in Sister Union, when they let me know what was going down, I was right here. And if I got the opportunity, I followed. That's what it's all about. Macedonia is the church home of my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my dad, and all of the aunties. When you talk about the Griffin, you got me. That's right. You got Otis. That's right. You got Laverta. You got Dwight and Calvin and all of us. So that's what you have. So that our pastor, because he anointed by God, every message that he gives us come through that wisdom and knowledge of God. And by the power of God. I don't see how he does it, but God does. He never let down, whether it's 1 or 2 or 1,000. He's going to still preach just like it. Just like it's the last day. His message is so powerful, y'all. If you just listen, you will get something out of it. God always deserves our commitment and praise. He always deserves that. Like the Abraham, the servant he had, Elijah, whatever his name. You pray when the pastor asks you to do something. Folks, when the pastor asks you to do something, you don't do it. You're not disobeying him. You're disobeying God. Because God put him to shepherd over this church and the sheep. So the best thing for us to do, because he has the power that he can do a whole lot of things. When it comes down to a preach word of God and being anointed by God, be careful how you treat that person. Be very careful of how the person that God has called out. We have a lot of young people in here very hard-headed, and I'm going to use the old word, hard-headed. Pastor tell you to do something, and you may or you may not do it. But you're cutting off some of your time. You need to be obedient. And when he asks you to do something, pray about it. We thank you, Pastor Lincoln. God told me to make it simple. And I tried to make it simple as I can. But my message for today, y'all. You may say, well, she already prayed. But I have already prayed. But I went in prayer about that. I said, Lord, when I get through with him, do I need to just close it out? But I still have something I need to say. From the book of Esther, the 4th chapter, the 16th verse, and it reads as follows. You notice, they didn't want me to find it about this, and I had a hard time trying to find it. Because I don't study out this Bible, and I didn't have it marked, okay? The 4th chapter, and the 16th verse, Esther now. And it reads as follows. Go gather together all the Jews that are present at Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maid will fast likewise. And so will I go into the king which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish. All right. Those are some things we need to consider when we have to do a task that God has assigned you to do. It may sound crazy sometimes, or you don't quite understand, but just take the Holy Spirit word and do what you've been called to do. That's what all he asked. He gave us talent, gave us everything. Do what God had called you to do. And I thought for today, what are you willing to give up to get what God has for you?
Have mercy.
What are you willing to give up to get what God has for you? And I believe our theme for today also is men and women working or serving together. The author of this book of Esther is unknown. The Bible was written by a Jew who was familiar with Persian custom and words. Mordecai and Erja may have been the writer. And let me stop right here. I also like to give honor to Sister Aaron, Brother Minister Lambert, and again to our pastor, and to the deacon and my husband, the deaconess, the choir, the whole entire church. I like to give honor to you all. I didn't want to leave you all out. But one thing about it, if you forgot something, you forgot it. Maybe it wasn't intended to be done in the first place. But when the Holy Ghost quicken you, you need to say it. The key word is provision, meaning divine guidance on men and things, God of nature. In this book, Jesus is the feast of purging. The Jews who chose to stay in the land of captivity instead of returning to Jerusalem was to have great trouble.
All right.
They wanted an easy time, but they were not left in peace. Upon the death of Darius, his son, Ahasuerus became king. He was the richest of the king of Persia, and his kingdom empire was the biggest. But he was not the best king, nor the most successful one. Like all the kings of the east in those times, he had many wives. He was always having his servants search out most attractive maid in his realm for more wives.
All right.
We can't have a lot of wives like that today. We can't do it that way.
All right.
Following several days of feasting, the drunken king of Ahasuerus asked his queen Vasa to display herself to Vanessa.
Yes, sir.
And when Vanessa courageously refused, she was forced to leave the palace.
That's right.
Ahasuerus then had all the beautiful virgins, which is Esther 2 and 3, of his kingdom brought to his palace to choose Vasa replacement.
Have mercy.
Now there was a beautiful Jewish girl named Esther, who was an orphan. Her father and mother having died, but her cousin Mordecai, who was much older than she was, brought her up as his own daughter.
All right.
And he taught her the way of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Being so beautiful and intelligent, she was found to be the king's servant and taken to his house.
All right.
Among all the maids brought there, the king loved Esther the best.
All right.
God had a plan, y'all. And he made her queen.
That's right.
Everybody who knew her, because she was not only lovely, but kind and gracious.
All right.
But she did not tell the king or anyone else that she was a Jew.
All right.
Church, sooner or later, you are going to be made known.
All right.
Men and women working together.
Yes, yes.
Esther, cousin of Mordecai, became one of King's council. But there was another man whom the king favored above all the rest. And his name was Haman. He was a descendant of the Amalekite King Arthur, whom Samuel slew. So he hated the Jews. He especially hated Mordecai because he would not bow down to him and worship him as all the other men in the king palace did. We got to stop going along just because. God wants us to be real today, y'all. He doesn't want us to just bow down to every wind and doctrine that come along because it sounds good. Haman decided to kill not only Mordecai, but all his people, which is the Jews. He went to King Ahasuerus and said, there is a people in your kingdom, different from all the others. They have called you. They do not keep your laws or worship our God. So you better get rid of them. I suppose that you make a decree that they will be destroyed on a certain day. And if you do, I will pay you 10,000 of silver into your treasury. He was plotting all the time. So the king took his signet ring from his hand and gave it to Haman. And said, write the decree and stamp it with my ring and send it out to all parts of the kingdom. That's what they did back in those days. Haman hastened. He was ready to go there. And he did that. And the decree was sent by swift messenger. That's what they did back there. But now we can tap it in and hit gold and like that. To all parts of the kingdom on a certain day, all the Jews, young and old, shall be slain. The news was cried aloud in every provincial city and the capital of Shisa. But the account contained in this book unfolds the way God opened destiny to any man or woman who keep his priorities. Even in presence of recognition, success, wealth, and luxury. And invariably, many may cover, but had so often proved a destruction to spiritual commitment. Either retain her sin, Esther retained her sin, perspective, and integrity. Esther, Hebrew name was Hadassah, which means martyr. Referred to a well-known and beautiful evergreen scroll. In Persia, Esther means stop. Did Mordecai command to answer Esther? Think not with yourself that you shall escape the king's house more than all the other Jews. Due to the fact that you are Jewish, Mordecai said you will die as well. What are you willing to give up to get what God has for you? For if you altogether hold your peace at this time, then shall be the enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. Mordecai is confident that God will not allow his people to be destroyed. But you and your family house shall be destroyed, and who knows whether you come to the kingdom for such a time as this. And to be sure, there's exactly why the Lord had raised up Esther to this particular position. The Lord knows all things, your past, your present, and your future. Therefore, he functions accordingly. Inasmuch as he is also mighty, he can do whatever he likes without violating your free moral agents of men and women. You don't know what God called you to such a time as this. The best thing for you to know, saints of God, is just be obedient and follow when God called you to do. What are you willing to give up to get what God's had for you? Esther decided to face personal danger for the sake of the people. Then Esther told them to return this answer tomorrow. She said in verse 16, go together all the Jews who are present in Shushan and fast for me. Neither eat nor drink for 3 days or night. My maid and I will fast like that. And so I will go to the king, which is against the law. And if I God, period. Sometimes we have to say that. We have to say that within ourselves. Now, what are you willing to give up to get what God has for you? Verse 17 said, Then Mordecai went his way and did according to all that God commanded him, regardless of the danger. Mordecai insists that Queen Esther go on the behalf of the Jews, and he said, Think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house. Now Mordecai knew this. If the Jew was cut off, Queen Esther would be cut off also.
All right.
Neither the pattern nor the crown will save your head.
All right.
Esther responded to Mordecai's call
Preach.
to recognize God provision in her placement. She believed God. She believed God, not her beauty, had put her on the throne. And that's what we have to do sometimes. Whatever God has for you to do, sometimes you need to get yourself out the way so that God can come in and do something. Because some of us sometimes put self in the way that we can't do anything for what the God wants us to do. Because self is still in the way. There's a lot of distraction call you to do what you do. But you got to continue to look up and live. Talk to God and stay on your business. Her respect for the power of prayer and fasting. She recognized the reality of spiritual realm and the Holy Spirit resources. Her unanswered will to lay down her own life for others, and her practice good sense and patience in pursuing her enterprise.
Yes, Lord.
As we enter the end time, we are seeing a great falling away. As prophesied in 2 Thessalonians 2:3.
All right.
Often I hear people say something like this: I don't go to church anymore because it's too full of corruption and sin. That they're doing the same thing out there in here.
Right.
So therefore, they say, I just sit down at home and watch it on TV and drink my coffee or whatever, and I pop the top on my bill, whatever I got. I just sit right there and watch it from the TV. But what did the word say? Fail not to assemble yourself together. We got one day set aside. Why can't you just come out that one day? We got Wednesday night set aside. Come out Wednesday night. It ain't cold all the time. It ain't hot all the time. And you not working late all the time. There's no excuse in God's kingdom. There's no excuse. And no excuse. Often, the church is composed of all the members growing in Christ. We are not to remain alone and lawful, but we are to take our proper position of the servant in the true body of Christ. The Lord called you into the wilderness for a time like this, like he did with Moses, John the Baptist, Paul, and others. The list could go on and on. But once purified and equipped. That's the reason why Martin Luther King was able to do what he did. Because God equipped him to do it. I believe his thing was non-violence. He didn't want no violence. But he told us that I may not get done with you, but there will be black and white coming together. Although yet still we do feel something when you black and white together. Still somewhere down inside, especially the older one, they still don't care nothing about you. That's what you feel. They still don't care nothing about you. You got to learn to speak their language. And I have a problem sometimes speaking some other language. But if you stay around them, some of us stay around them so kind of picking long, I'm telling you, we done forgot we were black. That's the way it goes sometimes. We forget where we came from. And you can't get them to do nothing because they over here. plotting, doing, whatever the case may be. So you got to keep your hand and nose and everything clean. Just because they went in the box and took that, you don't go in the box and take that coin. They used to going in the box, taking it. They let you see what they were doing so that you would give it a try. But honey, I'm telling y'all, please keep your hand to yourself. Keep your hand to yourself. Don't touch nobody. Leave it be. You speak to the folks and you go on. If there's time for a conversation, you give that conversation. But when you is in a high position, they'll put you over something. You got to keep your nose and hand and everything clean. Because they're watching you. They're watching you. They don't do nothing about Joe just took that money. But they'll sure get you. They're watching you. And oh Lord God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And let us consider one another to go forth unto love and good works. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some ill, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Hebrews 10, 24 through 25, especially during these last days. Folks, saints, we're in the last day. We've been saying it for a long time, but that last day is more closer today than it was yesterday. We're living in the last days. So much going down. Then Mordecai said, who knows whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? If God designates her for this work, he will go with her and give her success. Reading some of us don't have the success in what we do. We had to pray. We had to fast and pray. And then that might not have been the way that God wanted you to go at the time in the first place. But you don't know sometimes till you test the circle. But have enough common sense that, oh, this ain't it. God, what will you have me to do? Sometimes you don't quite understand what he done gave you. But you just get in prayer, and if it takes you fasting more than a day, you do what it takes to get that answer from God. Lay your cell phone down, y'all. You ain't got to look at it all day and night. You ain't got to hang the thing on your ear all through church and all through everything else. It's not that important if you're not on call. Take it down. Lay it down sometime. That's what it's all about. Lord, I don't know why I'm going, but you know. I just thank you, Jesus. But Selah, if God designed for this work, he will go with her and give her success. And the unfolding of time showed he did come to the kingdom in order to be an instrument for the Jews' deliverance she did. What are you willing to give up to get what God has for you? Now each one of us ought to consider what's the purpose God has put us in the place where we are today. That's right. Then we ought to study to do His will. When an opportunity of serving God in our generation offers itself, let be careful not to let it slip out. And who knows whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this. Men and women working together. Queen Esther was used of God to accomplish purpose. She offered a moving petition for the life of her people. Yes, Lord. Swaying the king's opinion. And was given authority and resources to devise for saving her people. That's right. She did that. Yes, God was not mentioned. But everybody know that God had called Esther from the very beginning. All right. It was God who had given her great talent and beauty. Jehovah, Lord of all, had made the arrangement for a deliverance of what Mordecai was serving all along. It's indeed God's plan that Esther be in the kingdom for such a time as this. What was true of Esther is true of every soul on the face of this earth. Wherever we have and are part of a calling, our talent are to be risked. What will true of else is true of every soul on the face of the earth? Whatever we have and are a part of a calling, it is a part of the calling.
That's right.
I tell them to be risky in the play to which we are assigned, rather than release our own enjoyment. If we perish or triumph, prosper, or go bankrupt,
Have mercy.
we are all in the kingdom for this time, and there is no better place to be, to live or die, than in the will of God for our life.
Have mercy.
Jesus Christ is the source. I know y'all glad I'm getting to the end. Jesus Christ is the source and the cross is the name. Jesus Christ died that we may have life and have it more
Say it,
abundantly.
preacher.
He was buried and he stayed in the grave 3 days and 3 nights. And on the 3rd day morning, he rose from the grave with all power in his holy hand between the heaven and the
Say
earth.
it, preacher.
He stayed there about 40 days. He caught a cloud and he went back to his Father. And now you're sitting on the right hand of his Father, making intercession for you and I.
Yes, Lord.
He is coming back for a church without spot or blemish, and he asking all of us to be ready.
Yes, Lord.
I also have a poem here. It's an old down exalted Son of God, how seated on your Father's throne. The gift of purchase of your blood to us, your waiting saint, make known. Come, Holy Spirit, all sacrifice. Come fill your earthly temple now. Empty of every base desire, reign thou within and only thou. Your sovereign right, your gracious claim to every thought and every power. Our life to glorify your name. We yield thee in the sacred hour. Fill every chamber of the soul. Fill all our thought, our passion feel. Tell under your supreme control. Submissive rest our cheerful will. To dawn you are this moment come. My lonely soul is all your own. My heart is your abiding home. Henceforth I live for you alone. The altar sacrifice the gift. The blood ensured the boon divine. My outstretched hand to heaven I lift and claim the Father's promises mine. Now rise, my soul. Trump singing the Savior praise, the name through earth and sky and soar, with all your power to all your days. We serve an awesome God, y'all. We serve an awesome God. My Uncle Thomas Love always said, nobody but Jesus. Nobody but Jesus. This is the message. Men and women working together. Men and women working together. The church is open, but I'm going to leave it to my pastor. Thank God for Jesus. Thank God for Jesus. Hallelujah, son. Hallelujah.